Yes, Christmas time is here, and that's gumbo time in Louisiana. And today, we're going to be fixing a chicken and sausage gumbo, but we're not doing it in my kitchen. We're going to be doing it at my brother's paint and body shop, so I'll see y'all there. All right, well, as you can tell, it's Christmas time again, and I hope you enjoyed that little song I played. Today, we're gonna fix us a chicken and sausage gumbo for my brother's shop. He owns a paint and body shop, and he's having me come cook lunch for the guys. So we got all our stuff laid out. We got our chicken, he bought that pre-seasoned. And we got our sausage. Got a big old pot over here, which I'm about to put on the fire. And I'm gonna go ahead and get to it, and I'll be right back. All right, you can see my little setup right there. As usual, we're gonna start with them sausage. If I can get them out of here. And you know me, you know how I like to do this. I like to make them things into smaller links so that they're a lot easier to brown. Got a fire under that cast iron pot right there. Now with my gumbos, I brown everything in the cast iron pot, but then I use a different pot, usually a Magnolite or something like that, to do the actual gumbo in. I found it just a little bit easier like that. So, and there goes my nephew.
What's up, YouTube? What you making, dog?
I'm making a chicken and sausage gumbo for y'all lunch.
Right? I'm not mad at it.
Ah, you're not gonna be mad, you're gonna be glad.
You got the camera set up. Look at the professional cameras work we got going on here too.
Oh yeah, we're doing a YouTube show.
That's it, man.
Throw a little bit of olive oil in there. All right, dump us a little bit of olive oil in there. We don't want that sausage to burn or stick to the bottom. I got a lot of meat to go, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna continue doing this, and I'll be back in a bit. We got our sausage browning nicely in here. Big pot there. I got almost all of them in there at one time. Once we get that sausage browned up, we'll go ahead and start browning up our chicken and stuff. My, that's a mighty big sausage link right there. This is kind of weird. I'm not used to being out in the open like this, not in my kitchen. But as y'all can see, that's going pretty good. So we're gonna let that go on. And I'll be back when it's done. Got that sausage just about all browned up. And take that out, deglaze our pot. Then we're gonna start on our chicken. Once that all cools off, we're gonna slice that into rounds, throw that in that gumbo. You see, we're starting to get a little greens at the bottom of our pot, and we like that because, boy, that's what adds that flavor. All right. Well, we got all that done. I'm gonna go ahead and get that chicken ready and start throwing it in the pot, and I'll be back. All right, I'm about ready to dump that chicken in that pot. Before we do that, we want to deglaze that. Let me find my spoon there. Got a little bit of water. Yeah. Now my chicken's already seasoned and cut up. He got it like that for me. I prefer to do it myself, but in order to save time, and if I'm not mistaken, you got all that from Don's and Karen's, bro. All right, that's nice and deglazed. Look at that, boy. Make a nice little looking gravy with that. Oh, that's a little piece of sausage out. And while I was off camera, I also went ahead and chopped up my vegetables. Got my onions sitting on the side waiting. Gonna let that water boil out a little bit. Add a little bit more olive oil. I'm doing a real reality show today. You may see people walk in front of the camera and stuff, but that's all right. All right, we let that boil out a little. Let me go get my olive oil. Every year or so, my brother has me come over to his shop, and I either cook a gumbo, or a jambalaya. And feed the guys. And people have been asking me to do a gumbo show, so I figured, well, hey, this is the perfect time. I may have put just a tad too much water in that. It's taking a little while to boil out. All right, let's add a little bit more oil. We'll let that heat up. And then we'll start putting our chicken in there. Okay. I think we're about ready. As you can see, the chicken's all cut up into little tiny pieces there. We got a mixture of dark meat and white meat. I'm not sure how many pounds you got. But this is going to take several batches to do this, because I ain't got half a bag and then my pot's looking kind of full, and we don't want to crowd that too much. So got my first round of chicken in there. Boy, that's smelling good. Yeah. Go ahead, let that brown up, and we'll be back. Okay, we're back. That first batch of chicken is nice and browned up. Go ahead and take that out and put that in a little container there. Oh, my glasses, they all steamed up. I can't see what I'm doing right now. I'm cooking blind, people. I'm cooking blind. Okay. We're going to have to repeat this process a couple of more times. Once I get all this chicken out, I'm going to add a little water to deglaze again, because I don't want that none of that seasoning burning to the bottom of the pot. Just about got it all. There we go. That's the first batch out. Let me grab my water. Okay, got that. Listen to that sizzle, boy.
What's in the box?
Spoons and stuff.
Oh, hardware.
Yeah. Okay, we'll glaze that pot a bit. And then we'll drop in that next batch of chicken. Like I said, normally I would use Prue's Chicken Magic, but he got everything pre-seasoned, so hopefully it turns out as good as I would do it. I also got my water sitting there. I'm getting ready to turn the fire on that. Gonna get that heated up and add our stock in there. And then we're gonna start adding our roux. And after that, all the meat. I hope that pot's big enough. It's supposed to be 5 gallons. Okay, let me get my next batch of chicken. Start. Oh, got the next batch on. Toss that bag, I don't need that no more. Alrighty then. Spread that out evenly. We'll go ahead and let that brown up and we'll be back. Alright, we back. Got me a tea tasse de café there, as we say in South Louisiana. Or to those that don't speak French, a little cup of coffee. That second batch of chicken looks like it's done. So we're gonna go ahead and take that out. And while I was off camera, I took out the last bag of chicken and I took my prud'hommes and I liberally sprinkled that on there. I gotta have some of my prud'hommes in this pot, you know, make it my gumbo. And I also got my water boiler on the side. When that's nice and boiling, we're gonna put our stock in there, and then we're gonna add our roux when I get that water looking the right color. So right now, let's go ahead and get all that chicken out. All right, get that chicken out. This time I'm using a slotted spoon so I don't get all that grease in there. And we'll deglaze that pot one more time. Whoa, that's some loud noise, huh? But it's a working body shop, so you gotta expect some background noise. I'm just surprised it's being this quiet this long. Okay, just about got all that chicken out of there. I think that got it. Yeah, that got 90% of it. 1 or 2 more little pieces. Let's deglaze again. I'm not used to having such a big thing of water. I tend to put too much. I usually use just a little tiny cup. But we gotta deglaze that pot. All right. We'll let a little of that water cook out. Y'all can listen to that man grinding in the background there. Okay. I got my fire kind of a medium low on this because I don't want that stuff to brown too fast and get away from me. Alrighty. Okay, let's get our second batch of chicken in there. And like I said, this one I liberally coated with my prudums. Okay. Trying to walk around everything here, so not my usual setup. Get that browning. Now this one appears to have a bit more skin. Oh, nah. You notice the difference in the smell right away. You can smell that prudence in there. I might just throw a little bit more. Because I didn't use a whole lot. But I'm going to use some now. Go sprinkle that liberally. And we'll let that brown and we'll be back. All right, that third batch of chicken is done. We're gonna go ahead and take that out. And hopefully my little pan's gonna hold it all. This time I'm gonna have to go to the pan instead of bringing it to me because it's getting kind of heavy and I don't want to spill all that meat on the floor by accident. Hopefully it's gonna hold all this. I think it might. I think it might. Oh yeah, it'll do it. Uh-oh. Got a dangler there. Oh yeah, getting the last of that out. And then while then we're gonna dump our vegetables in here, our onions, bell pepper, celery. Got that all cut up already. And we're gonna go ahead and start them on after, of course, deglazing that pot. Boy, this thing's barely gonna hold all that chicken. It's close, yeah. Trying not to spill none of that. Just about got it. A couple of more spoonfuls. I had to put a lid on my pot over there so that I could get that water boiling a little bit faster. Cool. That thing barely held at all. All right. Put that spoon down. Stand back. Here we go. Cool. That steam me up good, yeah. Oh, look at that curry. I wish y'all could smell that right now. That smells so good. I got my brother walking around the table there. Yeah, that's me. It's Cajun Kitchen on YouTube. All right, we got that deglaze.
It's the Hawaiian one.
We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna throw us a little olive oil in that pot. There we go.
If I'd have known you'd have brought yours, I'd have brought mine.
You play one? All right. Now we're just gonna throw all that in there at once. Bunch of onions, bell pepper, celery. I got 3 onions, 2 bell peppers, and about 3 stalks of celery in there. Gonna let that brown down. We'll be back. All right, we back. Our vegetables are browned up enough. We're gonna start our garlic in there. And I'm gonna go with a couple of big spoons of garlic. Can't get enough of that stuff. And while I was off camera, I done chopped my my sausage up. Oh, I done lost my spoon again. Everything's not in the places I'm used to having it. Oh yeah, look at that. This is gonna be a good gumbo. And today I'm gonna have a lot of testimony. Oh yeah. Got my water boiling. Yeah, we're about ready to add our stock. Let this cook down a little bit longer. And I may just take my my smoked sausage and brown that up a little bit too. Kind of brings the flavor out. But now that we got the garlic in there, I can't hardly see what I'm doing no more, all that steam. But you can see in that pot there, it's looking good. We're about right where we want it. Stir that around, let that garlic brown up a bit. Let me see if I can, yeah, that's enough. That was kind of hard to see. I couldn't really tell how much garlic I had in there. All that steam just blowing up and fogging my glasses up. So we're gonna go ahead, we'll be back. All right, as you can see, we got all our vegetables all browned up like we want them. Made a nice little mash right here. I'm gonna readjust my cameras and we're gonna go to the next pot over here and we're gonna start putting in our stock. Oh yeah. All right, I got some better than bouillon right here. Got our pot boiling. We're just gonna start dumping spoonfuls of that until we get it to the color we like. I'm figuring at least 1 jar ought to do it. I'll get my big spoon in a second there and stir that around and check our color. Yeah, we done used up that jar. Where's my big spoon? And let's stir that around. I might need 2. Once it all dissolves, we'll be able to tell better. Okay. I got the guys in the shop here, they're all salivating, going, But you know the good thing? It smells good right now. That's going to taste even better than it smells. All right. I'm thinking maybe just, it's close. That's pretty close to what I want. All right, let me back off and get my glasses on steam and take another little look. I'm thinking that's gonna do it. Yep. All righty. Well, we're gonna go ahead and start putting our roux in next. That's boiling up good. And well, I'm gonna let that cook down a little and make sure, and I'll be back. Okay, our stock is it's boiling up nice. We're gonna start adding spoons of roux. Now that roux is gonna take a little bit more to dissolve, and I'm figuring I'm gonna use at least a half of this jar, if not more. The only bad part about this is I'm cooking blind here, people. I can't see a thing right now. My glasses is so fogged up. I'm gonna get about half of that in there and then we're gonna stir it around. root. That's something that's fun to try to get out that jar. Okay. Oh, I can see again. All right, let me stir that around and see what we got. It's starting, the color's looking good though. Look at that. My spoon's almost not big enough to do this with. I'm pretty close to that water line there. Oh yeah. Well, at least that root dissolved pretty fast this time. A lot of times I gotta fight with that to get it to dissolve good, but alright, once my glasses are defogged, we're gonna take a look and see if we need more root. Huh, and that didn't work. Yeah, we're gonna need more root. That's still too thin for my likings. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get that the way I like it, and I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. I ended up using that whole jar of roux in there. Now it's time to start throwing stuff in there. I had my fire a little bit lower while I was chopping smoked sausage and tasso and stuff. And I'm bringing this back up to a boil, but we're gonna start adding our vegetables. See if I can do that. Oh yeah. You know what? I got a slotted spoon. Let me use that instead. Got all our onion, garlic, bell pepper. Put that in there. I'm hoping that pot's big enough to hold all this stuff, because I got a lot of meat. Get in there and get all my vegetables in there, and we're going to deglaze. Might turn the fire back on, deglaze that a little bit, get a little water in there, and my little brother's going to come help me chunk that thing over, because that's a pretty big pot and I don't think I can handle that by myself. Okay. Sorry if I'm blocking my other camera there. Okay, we got all the vegetables. All right. We're gonna start dumping that chicken in there. I have to do that by the handful because I don't want to splash that roux all over me. Okay, we getting it in there. Once I get that pan low enough, I might just dump it over in there, but for now we're just gonna do it by the handful. Okay, we're getting there. Ow, I splashed myself. Boy, getting hit by hot roux like getting napalmed. Okay, I think. Okay, oh yeah. Get all that grease in there. Add some flavor to this. All right. That was our chicken. Now we're going to add our fresh sausage. Normally I add that to the end, but we're kind of running out of time here. Them guys are getting hungry. So, you know, and now we're putting in the smoked sausage. That pot's gonna be pert near full to the brim. And finally, some tasso. Okay, we got all that in the pot. We're gonna bring that up to a boil. Ah, ouch! My spoon not quite big enough. Okay, what else we got? All right, well, we like garlic. So, once I get this off of this, huh? I should have done this off camera, but hey, I forgot this wasn't my house and they just bought this, so we're gonna be very liberal with some perfect pinch. Now that may look like a lot, but that's almost 5 gallons of water. And of course, y'all know it, some thyme. A good little bit. That's a lot of water. And we got some parsley. There you go. We'll stir that all around in there. And let that come to a boil. Now we're gonna let that cook for a while. And then we'll come back and take another look. By that time, my little brother probably come and help me dump the rest of that stuff in here. That pot, as you can see, is just about to the brim right now. I don't even know if that lid's gonna fit on there too good. But, as usual, I'll be back. All right, as you can see, she's looking pretty good there. We just turned the fire down. Once I got it back to a boil, we're gonna let this cook for approximately about another hour. Then we're gonna start serving the guys. We're gonna see how they like it. So, y'all take a good look at that. I wish y'all could smell it. We'll be back after a while. All right, well, the gumbo's done, and the guys are getting ready to come eat. So, we're gonna see how they like this.
We have to put the rice in the bowl? Shorty does.
Yeah, she got that rice spoon. So we're just waiting on the fellas to show up, and we're gonna see how they like this. Well, here comes the first customers.
Yeah.
But what does it taste like?
It tastes great, but it's hot as hell. We attack the gumbo. I need to get to the bottom.
Yeah, that's where all the meat's at the bottom.
Yeah, well. Are you gonna try to fill it? I gotta eat, man. I can't.
No, I'm gonna try to grab everything down at the bottom.
That's gonna do it.
Let me go right there.
Hey, it's too hot for y'all.
A little more juice, and then a spoon down at the bottom of it. We're gonna put a way on the spoon to get down to the bottom of it, so get there.
Hey. So y'all know that. There it is.
All right, let's go find out.
Where's the jambalaya at?
Ain't no jambalaya, just gumbo.
Just gumbo?
Yeah.
That's it? All that for just gumbo?
That's it.
I thought you was having jambalaya.
Now what sense would that do?
I like double meat.
It would be double starch.
Okay, that's what I said. They didn't have no jambalaya. I thought there was jambalaya.
I thought they were going to mix in there. First got here.
Last
When
year.
they said it was gumbo. I was still thought they were really good.
If you want meat, you're gonna have to go all the way to the bottom. They got a slotted spoon up.
Well, that's what I'm trying to get out.
Yeah.
A little bit of juice at the same time. Little Tabasco and a little bit of.
I got some of that garlic, but not good.
Ain't broke the shoes over yet.
Doing deep.
Yeah, you gotta go to the bottom to get the meat.
There's a lot of meat down there. You gotta go to the way down to the
My
bottom.
ladle's not quite low enough, huh?
No.
It could be about an inch or two long.
Well, let's just straighten the handle out.
Then it's gonna fall out your hand, fall in the pot, and nobody will get none.
You might not be pleasant. You want a bad?
No, y'all gotta work at it. I had to. I had to work at it. Y'all gotta work at it. There we go.
You better eat all that, because I ain't taking none of that home. Well, a bowl. I forgot to bring my Tupperware. Dadgummit! I don't live far. They can bring me there to get Tupperware. Yeah, most of the meat's at the bottom. Sausage all floated to the top. Somebody locked the door.
I think Brian just went in there. Probably just finished. It's a pretty gumbo, man.
Well, I like it a little thicker, but Colin likes them thinner.
I rather that thin gumbo too, man. I like that. I like a thin gumbo.
Go all the way to the bottom for the chicken.
Yeah. That sucker's deep though.
No problem. Well, most of the fellas are serving themselves up. We're gonna switch our view here over to the dining room and see how they like it.
Go ahead.
So, how do y'all like it, guys?
Not that long. Hey, are you recording this time?
Yeah, I'm recording this time.
Never can't keep lying.
He said as he clears out his bowl. All righty.
Where's the rice? Oh, rice is right there.
What kind of meat is this?
I was trying to tell you they were right beside me, so I grabbed one. That was hot.
All right. Well, the guys are eating their gumbo, and I'm about to go get me a bowl and have me some also. So, until next time, see y'all on Guy's Cajun Kitchen.